certain services that we have, such as today, through social media and other things such as music sharing sites. So, for example, Facebook nowadays, you can have recommendations based on your mutual friends and people that they may know, which seem to may have the same likes or interests in tag posts that you like. Through Netflix, even when you watch a show, you may have a 98% match or even an 88% match based on a show that you watch, which may have a field or some kind of close proximity to what you watched before. And even services such as Spotify do the same exact thing when it comes down to listening to music. Their prime algorithm, which comes down to getting similar songs that and artists that you may even listen to. So, for example, if you were to make a playlist, create songs, there are always more songs. If you keep scrolling down to the middle, that'll possibly have, oh, you like these certain songs right here. These are the certain songs that you want to have listed of the models, such as algorithms that help companies maybe see what direction they want their consumer to go to for specific reasons or whatsoever. Those models may be great and beneficial, but there are some that are not beneficial at all. And Kathy O'Neill refers to them in her book as weapons of math destruction. Weapons of math destruction, she explains, has three primary characteristics that include unfairness, opacity, and the ability to scale. Unfairness pretty much goes down. Does it put others to a disadvantage, which others may not have, which is pretty simple subject. Opacity is the slight mental dullness of not fully transmitting info to another person which they may not understand, and it somewhat ties into the factor of unfairness. And the ability to scale is normally and generally seen as a view of, is the scale going to be small or will it go big? From me reading this book by O'Neill, she brings up points that include and show that when the WMDs, the weapons of math destruction, are constantly used, it will not lead to necessarily good circumstances in multiple ways that may not even work out for what somebody may think is good. She pinpoints some lines in there with stories as well, with a lack of feedback, which may go through the whole process when you constantly have machines and have nobody collecting data or collecting information from people. There will be the lack of feedback from customers and everybody, and you'll constantly get the constant gratification of the computer and all the simple data that it may collect. There's another one which would use the attempts to cancel out human bias and interaction, which seems to me canceling out human bias and information. You may think it may go good for a short period of time until you get those certain questions and the data that you need, such as when it comes down to, hey, these people in this area are don't have the funds and money as these people in this area. Which ones, from even a college standpoint, hey, we should not give money to this area, or we should not give money to these kids due to the fact that they already have the access and abilities to gain and process all these qualities given, so they don't need any help for school or anything like that. Those algorithms and the ways that the WMDs work, which put many things and many others to a disadvantage, there are ways to fight back against them. And those three qualities that were involved with the WMD, such as unfairness, the ability to scale, and the opacity, a lot of them pretty much goes down to the big major concept which I listed in number one, which is unfairness, as in what people know and how they know. Not everybody's going to know the same information. Not everybody's going to be able to give the information that people want. So when it comes down to those algorithms that maybe process, hey, you know this, so you're going to be recommended this. Oh, you don't know this, so you can't do this, or you may not get that job. that will not necessarily work and always put somebody to a disadvantage. And that's something that we can't do as a system. And that's one thing those that construct data and statistics and put them all in that big loop, they have to cancel out some of those factors to actually realize that, hey, all these things are leading people to a disadvantage that is not essentially going to help and benefit anybody at all. Honestly, everything's tied in together, which concludes in Kathy's main point in the novel, which is predictive models are never neutral but reflect the goals of the ideology of those who create them, which is very true and can be seen in the WMDs out there and even the algorithms that process information well and get details through ways that aren't as biased or aren't as unfair as others.